It's the Odd Drunk Podcast, a very strange podcast, the drunkest show in the world. It's Jackson and Colton talking out of their ass. We don't care as long as drinks are poured. Sometimes we have our friends here. We will talk about anything. We don't care as long as we have beer. And if you let that whiskey ring. The Odd Drunk Podcast. Sometimes that shark looks right at you, right into your eyes. And the thing about a shark is he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes. When he comes at you, he doesn't even seem to be living till he bites you. And those black eyes roll over white, and then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming. The ocean turns red, despite all your pounding and hollering. Those sharks come in, and they rip you to pieces. That's an excerpt from the speech in Jaws.
Yeah.
From the captain, whatever his name is. Shaw? No.
I don't remember.
But that's a really good scene, and he's one of my favorite characters.
It's been a couple years since I've seen that movie.
And if you didn't read the title and didn't just hear that, and you don't know what we're talking about sharks.
Sharks.
Because it's Shark Week.
Yeah.
The tail end of Shark, no pun intended, the tail end of Shark Week by the time this comes out. And yes, we know about the Comic-Con reveals, but that waits for Shark Week.
Yes.
Because everyone else is talking about the Comic-Con stuff anyways. Yes, I know the new Daredevil show, new Avengers.
We just had to stay on top of Shark Week.
Yeah, we got it. I mean, we failed to do it the last couple of years, actually. So here we are. We're going to be talking about sharks. And I'm really excited for this one. We've talked about dinosaurs before, so sharks is a logical, next step.
Yeah. We've had this plan for a while.
Yeah.
Of episodes we wanted to do. Shark Week.
Yeah, I've been pumped for this one.
We love sharks. We love Shark Week. They're misunderstood creatures.
Really, yeah. As much as I love the movie Jaws, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more, but it did really create a bad misconception that sharks are rampant predators that eat human flesh.
And to be totally honest, Shark Week has furthered that.
Shark Week
programs
by playing
focus
into
heavily on
scary.
There was
to Jaws.
I was reading Shark Week did 1 year a top 10 deadliest sharks, and only half of the sharks on their top 10 list had actually ever have recorded killed a human.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, sharks are a misunderstood creature. There is some that will eat anything that's in front of them. But often, if they get a bite out of a human, that's only going to be one bite. Now, that still could be fatal.
Yeah.
But they typically don't eat people.
It's not the shark's fault that they,
are in their habitat.
Have sharp teeth and strong bite force, and
and they have 25 rows of teeth or whatever, depending on what kind.
They're just taking a little test bite. It's not their fault that they.
I mean, if you look at what you imagine when you think of shark, the first image, probably a great white, maybe a hammerhead.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I like lemon sharks. They're pretty cool.
Lemon sharks are pretty cool, yeah.
But you think of this big, monstrous creature, that will eat you, bite you in half.
But a lot of them aren't.
Most of them aren't, actually.
When I took scuba diving classes once, and the instructors told us, he said he gets students all the time that say they're afraid of sharks, and then when they're out diving and they see a shark, the first thing they do is chase it.
Of course. Well, if you ever get in a shark attack, there's been stories of, I remember the story of the surfer, I believe in Australia. He got attacked by a shark and he just punched it in the freaking nose.
Yeah.
Just punch it in the snout and it will probably back off.
Yeah, they don't want to be around us, most sharks.
No. But regardless of misconceptions and mythologies built around sharks are cool.
Sharks are cool.
And there's a lot of different kinds of sharks, and we'll get into that.
And honestly, hearkening back to Jaws, that was one of my first exposures to sharks
Yeah.
in general. Like, I think maybe, we didn't have Baby Shark. We had Jaws, okay?
I did watch Baby Sharks.
I saw the
Disney
captain
Plus.
get eaten alive in that movie when I was like 4 years old
Yeah.
at a hotel, I think somewhere in Denver.
I think my first time watching that was at like
it scarred me for life.
cousin's house or something. I always liked that movie.
In fact, I have a good story regarding Jaws, but let's save that. So we are drinking.
Yeah.
First, you've got something that I've never had before. It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've not had it either. This is Sky Kraken Hazy Pale Ale from Fremont Brewing out of Seattle.
Nice.
And it looked vaguely appropriate.
Yeah,
for
I
the
mean, we
topic.
are talking about sharks. We could do a sea monsters episode, or just like
they did. Shark Week did do like a shark versus giant
Oh, of
squid
course.
who would win in a fight type of
Yeah.
episode once.
Really depends on the shark, to be
Yeah.
quite honest.
It's like, of course, a great white. That's
Yeah, a great white would,
just Discovery Channel.
but a giant squid,
any shark program that they do,
it's great white.
They just default to great
or maybe
white sharks.
hammerhead, because
Yeah.
hammerheads actually have really cool traits.
Yeah.
They have like a electromagnetic, basically a like best way I understand it is like a pulse,
Yeah.
where they can detect anything like in there. It's like sonar almost, like
Which
is pretty cool.
Are pretty common sharks too around the world. Like
I think hammerheads just might have like the best version of it, maybe.
yeah,
Like they're really adept at it,
they are
adapted to it,
endangered.
and they have the offset wide
I
eyes.
happen to have a thing pulled up on hammerheads right here.
Yeah,
as you were
I
talking
swam in
about
a beach, Stinson Beach, I think, in California, and there was a sign that said hammerheads,
it. Nice.
hammerheads lurking or whatever it said. And I still went in the ocean because that was crazy.
I've
I
never
was
seen a
kid.
shark in the wild.
I can't say I have either. I don't know if I have.
I have seen
You know what I mean?
sharks. I remember I went to an aquarium once and they had
I did swear I saw
they
a
had-
dorsal fin.
They
sticking
had
out one
nurse
time, but-
sharks that you could like touch. Because nurse
No,
sharks
yeah,
are pretty gentle.
I've been to aquariums and
Um,
you can pet nurse sharks and stuff. They
Yeah.
pretty small and they kind of almost look like a catfish in many ways.
Yeah,
And-
kind of.
Yeah, a little bit. And they do have teeth, but very
They're
little.
They're pretty
and
gentle
Very gentle
in general. Yeah.
And I remember, there were some big ass lemon sharks and stuff, and tiger sharks, and
Yeah, this here says nurse sharks spend their days sleeping on the bottom of the sea.
don't they just kind of
they're kind of
bottom
dwellers.
feeders?
Yeah, bottom feeders.
yeah.
They can literally suck their prey out of hiding spots in the floor around the floor like a vacuum, which is pretty cool. They're bottom feeders.
Yeah. But anyways, I am drinking, and it's perfect for this episode. I don't know if I've had it on the podcast before, but
I don't think we have.
it's beginning to become one of my favorite beers, especially during this time of year. Landshark Lager. It's an island style lager from Margaritaville. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Margaritaville Brewing Co. From St. Louis, Missouri. And that's Jimmy Buffett's.
Yeah.
The brewery, as we discussed earlier. But yeah, I've been up for like 15 hours, so excuse me if I say some weird or dumb things. But we are also drinking.
Yeah.
So it's only gonna get worse. But
This is my last ounce of free time for the rest of the week.
yeah, I heard about that.
It's gonna be fun.
You have to drive to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I'm not saying from what location. You just have to drive to Albuquerque.
It's not a bad drive, but my car's
It could, guys.
my
It's
car
a 15.
and my
hour,
check engine light went on.
it
today,
could be a
so I have
15-hour
to-
drive.
I have to handle.
Who
that.
knows?
Yeah.
Maybe he's flying to Albuquerque from Japan, and we're recording this remotely.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just one person.
Maybe. We are.
I doubt that.
Just-
And maybe, much like sharks, he has to keep moving forward or he will die.
Yes.
Is that true?
With some sharks.
With some sharks.
Not all sharks.
Because the way their gills work, like for it to circulate, they always have to be moving.
It's pretty much that. Great whites are one of those sharks.
Yeah, always got to be moving. And that's kind of one of the reasons maybe they just will eat anything, because whatever they find, on their way.
But I don't think
I know
all
the shark that will literally eat anything. Bull sharks.
Oh yeah, they're
garbage.
One of the most aggressive sharks, and that's just because
they found like license plates and tires, all kinds of crazy shit in bull sharks. and they're really aggressive. You definitely don't want to run into a bull shark. It will, probably kill you. But we got some fun stuff. I've got a list, of course, and I've got a quiz as well. Nat Geo Kids.
Yeah, bull shark is also one of the sharks one of the only sharks that can travel between fresh and salt water, right?
Yeah, and there's been, I believe, bull sharks that have been swimming into Florida and like in the Mississippi River, and like
I was watching some special
swimming in and out,
like baby sharks, and they are like bull sharks they typically go into river systems to give birth. And the baby sharks will stay in the river systems because it's safer there.
That makes sense. It's way
and sometimes it was saying sometimes these baby sharks will travel up to 60 miles upstream.
Crazy.
Which is wild, yeah.
So, now Florida's got sharks and alligators.
Yeah.
What a great place.
In Nicaragua, they are known as Lake Nicaragua sharks because they are found in Lake Nicaragua.
Oh, yeah. And I know there's... Wait, it might not be a shark. It might actually be a whale. But I think it's a crazy looking dolphin that swims in the Amazon River.
Huh.
It's got like a real long snout and a bunch of teeth.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually like in the whale family, dolphin family. It just made me think about that. So I've got the 10 weirdest sharks in the world from sharkwater.com.
Okay.
And I've also got 12 shark facts that may surprise you. Let's start with this as a baseline. See what we know and what we don't know.
Yeah, I can't say I'm like the most knowledgeable about sharks.
Me neither. I
just think they're cool.
I think they're cool, much like dinosaurs. I think they're cool. But what's weirdly enough...
I'm a history guy, not a marine biology guy.
Weirdly enough, I think I might know more about dinosaurs than sharks.
Yeah.
But not much more.
Yeah.
But anyways, so 12 sharks that may surprise you. This first fact doesn't, and this is from NOAA Fisheries. I don't know what that something North Oceanic American Association. I don't know. But number one, sharks do not have bones. Yeah, we know that. They don't have bones.
Yeah.
No fish have bones.
Yeah, have
maybe some
cartilage,
but cartilage.
It's just like their teeth and their jaws are the only things that like get preserved in the fossil record. Typically,
yeah, the teeth and the jaw. The jaw is, but it's not a bone.
I don't know.
Well, let's see what this says. So sharks do not have bones. Sharks use their gills to filter oxygen from the water. Okay, I don't know what that has to do with that. Okay. They are a special type of fish known as Islamobronx, which translate into fish made of cartilage. The clear, gristly stuff that your ears and nose tip are made of. The category also includes rays, sawfish, and skates. Much lighter than true bone, large livers that are full of low-density oils, both helping them to be buoyant. Even though sharks do not have bones, they can still fossilize. As most sharks age, they deposit calcium salts in their skeletal cartilage to strengthen it. The dried jaws of a shark appear and feel heavy and solid, much like bone. So the calcium deposits... It's not, but it's like strengthened. And that's why it seems like it's bone. And these same materials allow most shark skeletal systems to fossilize quite nicely. The teeth have enamel, so they show up in the fossil record as well. Makes sense. Number 2, most sharks have good eyesight. Now, I did not know this. Most sharks can see well in dark lighted areas. Oh, that makes sense because they have, large pupils.
Yeah.
And have fantastic night vision and can see colors. Yeah, they see your blood. The back of sharks' eyeballs have a reflective layer of tissue called tapetum. This helps sharks see extremely well with little light. That makes sense. Can often get dark in the ocean, especially at night. But, if you're swimming in the depths and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, this is one I knew. And I remember touching shark skin before. Shark skin feels similar to sandpaper. Yeah, it does. I don't think that's all shark skin. Because the nurse sharks sure don't feel like sandpaper. Fairly slippery. But it was also in water.
Yeah.
I remember hearing somewhere that basketballs used to be made out of shark skin. Or some were made out of shark skin.
Don't they use shark skin in like katana handles?
I think so.
Traditional Japanese swords and different types of swords, not just katanas. The shark skin is common in that. Underneath the wrap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think. I could be wrong with that. I mean,
there's a lot of dead space there.
yeah, okay. Maybe I'll cut that out.
This one might need more editing work.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's a fact, and if you have anything, I'm just going to keep reading from this list. Fact number 6. Sharks have been around a very long time. Yeah, we all know that. Mm-hmm. They've been around longer than the dinosaurs, actually. Before the dinosaurs. Well, yeah. According to this, sharks first appeared in the ocean around 455 million years ago, based on fossil scales found in Australia and the United States. Oh, I didn't know this. Sharks can go into a trance. When you flip a shark upside down, they go into a trance-like state called tonic immobility.
Yeah.
This is the reason why you often see sawfish flipped over when scientists are working on them in the water.
Yeah, no, I knew about that. Also, like the sharks that can't stop swimming, when the way they sleep is that they often kind of go into a trance.
Oh.
So they can still sleep and kind of be
So move along.
in a trance-like state, kind of still moving.
Each whale shark's spot pattern is unique as a fingerprint. Whale sharks are the biggest fish in the ocean. That is true, biggest fish.
Yes.
Obviously, whales such as the blue whale and
Blue
whatnot,
whale is the largest animal to ever live.
they are mammals,
Yeah.
not fish.
Yeah.
So yes, the whale shark does take the title for the largest fish in the ocean. And they can grow to 12.2 meters and weigh as much as 40 tons by some estimates. Basking sharks are the world's second largest fish, growing as long as 32 feet and weighing more than 5 tons.
Basking sharks.
Yeah, that's just a type of whale shark. And they have the big mouth.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the weird looking sharks.
Yep. Okay, but this list kind of gets more boring as I keep reading it. So, but no need to worry. I have another list.
Nice.
And I also, just a side tangent. Well, not even tangent here. It's related, but like going back to Jaws. I remember seeing it when I was really young.
Yeah.
And I didn't appreciate it until I was much older.
Yeah.
Until I was in my teens, like 15, 16.
Really
I didn't really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was the same thing.
And it's one of my favorite movies of all time now.
It's a very good movie.
But going back to one of my first earliest experiences with Jaws, me and my dad were on a trip back from California, back home. and we ended up getting a hotel. I think it was around Boulder. It was in that area. And it was late at night, and Cartoon Network wasn't playing anymore. And obviously, my dad wouldn't let me watch Adult Swim willingly. And my dad went to the bathroom, but he put it on like AMC's channel or whatever channel that plays movies, and he put it on Jaws. It just happened to be on. There wasn't that many channels because, you know, we were just in a motel, you know, it was whatever. And that was way before, like, they had a lot more channels, like, in a lot of places.
Yeah.
And definitely before Wi-Fi. Yeah, I think at that time, most hotels didn't even have Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, back then.
At least not free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Jaws was on, and it pretty much started from the beginning. A little bit after, like, the initial attack, though. It was definitely in the part where the cop, what's his name, was just walking around the town, and then he was, like, telling the mirror that there's sharks in the water, basically, and everything, and that you shouldn't have people swimming. And
shut down the beach, and he's like, it's Labor Day weekend or whatever.
Yeah, or 4th of July, whatever.
Yeah,
Labor Day,
we can't shut down the beach.
And but I remember I wasn't really paying attention to it, but I didn't know where the remote was, and I was super tired. Anyway, I just remember being tired, but I always had a hard time going to sleep, even if I was tired. And I was just watching it. It was just happening to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't really understand much of what they were saying. I was only like 4 years old. But I did understand Jaws eating people, and, you know, the scene where, you know, the captain gets eaten alive and the boat's going down. And it's not we need a bigger boat. It's something else.
You're gonna need
a bigger boat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the line.
And on the part where the scientist, like, college guy went into the cage in the ocean, and that really freaked me out. And and that was one of my earliest experiences. It terrified me, and for the longest time, I was scared of just the water. Like, I thought a shark could just manifest, even in, like, a lake, in which they can be in lakes, actually. Especially if there's a river connected to said lake. But but yeah, I thought they could come out from anywhere, like even my bathtub. And I was really freaked out about it. And yeah, that's one of my first experiences with sharks and with Jaws. And that was one of my favorite movies ever. And I do know that movie had a horrible time just with the production of that film.
Oh, yeah.
With the animatronic.
They intended to make the
like,
shark more visible during a lot of the film.
Yeah, but I think that actually played to its benefit that you don't see it that much.
Yeah.
Because then when you do see it, when it's eating somebody alive or when it pops out, then it's more surprising. And your imagination fills in the blanks on how big it is and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just a well-done movie. However, its sequels, none of them are good. Like, literally none of them are good or have merit. No. And what's funny, they actually stopped making Jaws movies, like, in the 90s or something?
Yeah.
And Back to the Future, and we have a commentary on that, by the way, but it predicted that there would be, like, Jaws 19. And you would think there would be, but I'm so glad there's not.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't tried to reboot
But I'm
it.
surprised Jaws hasn't gone down the way as, like, Jurassic Park or something. Like, you know, like with a soft reboot with, characters coming back or, something like that. But I'm really glad because literally there's not one good Jaws movie besides the first one.
No, yeah, none of them are. They did do the Meg.
The second one is the Meg is a good
kind of a spiritual
Jaws
spiritual.
That's
bad, like the really bad Jaws movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but it does sound fun because Jason Statham and I heard Ray Wilson's in it, isn't he? Isn't he like a bad guy or something?
Yeah,
like a corporate
so.
like guy, or oil guy, or
I don't remember.
I don't know what he is. Something, but yeah, that's about the Megalodon.
Yeah, I want to.
And that was a big old shark.
It was a big old shark. It was like 60 foot long.
Yeah,
2 to 3 million years ago, went extinct.
I
want to talk about. So
and I've seen the tooth.
We love Shark Week. But I want to
Yes.
talk about when Discovery Channel just started making shit up.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So I mean, there was some like kind of minor stuff that like they did a program that was like shark serial killer or something like that. Great White Serial Killer was the program. It was in 2013, and it was basically took like several different shark attacks and was trying to.
It was the same
imply
shark.
that it was the same shark, and the shark was like a serial killer.
Well, that's what Jaws does.
Yeah,
It makes. I think the shark's name is Bruce
yeah.
and Cannon or whatever.
But Discovery Channel
That makes the shark one killer, right? Like a slasher film.
yeah.
But the chances of that. And also, the whole fear of sharks and everything didn't really prop up until Jaws.
No, Jaws.
That really
Jaws
helped.
is important because of that. It was also, I mean, Jaws was the first like big summer
blockbuster. It really
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Before
a big
Star
deal.
Wars.
Yeah.
Or roughly before.
No, Discovery Channel. The big one that people talk about is their Megalodon documentary, where they.
Does it fight like dinosaurs and stuff?
No. It came in the like a year after they did a documentary about mermaids on Animal Planet. And
That's great.
it was basically like
That's definitely something
had
we gotta talk about.
actors playing a team of scientists, and the movie was set up to feel like a documentary, to feel like Discovery Channel had exclusive access to their experiments and stuff.
Right.
And it was just set up in a way where they were just trying to deceive people.
What was it
And-
proposing? Or what did it claim to discover?
The Megalodon one was trying to claim that the Megalodon is actually still alive. And that like there's like
I sure hope not.
and that like they had like a boat
Wow.
like a boat that was attacked and was like bitten in half and stuff like that, and the fascinating thing is they even like a year later made a follow-up documentary where they had the actors playing their scientist characters defend their research.
Really?
Yeah. It was
That's great.
but it doesn't even. But so they did the Megalodon.
So what's the supposed?
they also like tried to like.
What's the alleged evidence they propose?
They have
Do they
evidence
find,
like a whale that was beached that had been bitten in half, and
How big was the
and
whale?
Supposed pretty big, but it was like fake.
Oh, okay.
And like no, there's like just fake,
Just straight up fake.
like fake footage in this.
Wow. That's
they-
like,
and doctored.
that's like
photos
defining
and that sort of
Bigfoot stuff.
Yeah.
and-
But it's trying to actually like make it look like they have proof. Where the
Well-
finding Bigfoot stuff always ends.
They never have any
inconclusively
because as much as you can make fun of those, it is just a bunch of weirdos going out in the woods,
Yeah.
getting random footage, screaming out of sound.
Yeah.
Kind of like Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
Technically, everything you
those
see
shows.
is as it's shown. They just dramatize it. They freak out. They overreact. The night vision, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
they have in this Megalodon show, they have like footage of a large shark-like creature attacking like a whale or something like that, and it's all fake.
Mhm.
They tried to like show footage of like a Nazi submarine from the 40s, like a picture, and there's a giant shark next to it, implying that the Megalodon is like a Nazi. And like
Or maybe
there's like a line
maybe
in it.
Megalodon was on America's side. Fought
No,
the
well, no,
Nazis.
because there's like a line in it where like the main actor playing the main scientist is like, we need to find this so we can figure out how to stop it before it strikes again. Like they're trying to portray it like it's not just that megalodons are still around, but like there's one out there who's like trying to is like vindictive and like wants revenge on humanity or something like that.
I think it goes without saying that we got to mention Sharknado,
Yeah.
which I actually haven't seen any of those movies because I always thought they looked really stupid. But maybe one day It might be a fun movie to watch while you're like high or drunk. I don't know. It looks really bad.
They are fun movies.
I know it's got their fans because it's just so
I'm a big fan of
stupid bad.
Ghost Shark.
Ghost Shark.
Yeah, so it's Ghost Shark is a movie where it's exactly what it sounds like. There's a ghost shark.
I would assume.
But this ghost shark can manifest in any water. So like you said you were afraid of
that kind of goes. Yeah, that goes back
of, like the bathtub.
That would terrify
Ghost
me.
Shark could
If
show
you
up
showed
in the
me
bathtub.
Ghost Shark when I was a kid,
There's a scene in it where like the fire sprinklers come on in a building, and the ghost shark's able to get them. But no. After what's even better than the Megalodon thing is after that aired, they aired another show called Voodoo Sharks. In 2013, and Voodoo Sharks was kind of a similar type of thing, like set up kind of like a Discovery Channel documentary.
Voodoo Shark.
Yeah.
What about
It was trying to claim that there was like a monster shark in the bayou in Louisiana. It was equally as ridiculous.
I mean, that's a little bit more plausible.
No, but like a actual,
like a monster,
like a monster shark,
like a big one.
yeah, like a.
Well, here's my thing about
to be 20 feet long.
Here's my thing about like the Megalodon, if it could still exist.
This is the This is the description.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
A team of Cajun fishermen set out on a mission to reveal the truth behind the legend of the Voodoo Shark, which is said to be over 20 foot long.
Now, does the shark have voodoo powers, or was it manifested with voodoo?
No. I think they just call it that because
cool
it takes
name,
place in Louisiana,
and it's okay.
and it's, you know.
Well, that's not as cool, is it?
Yeah.
I pictured a shark with a. What does a voodoo like person wear?
I don't know.
Kind of like a gypsy,
I
but
don't know much about voodoo.
sweatier.
Voodoo is like a religion.
No, but I'm thinking about like voodoo, like in the bayou or like in.
You're thinking like the stereotypical.
The stereotypical, yeah,
like the villain from Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hat, yeah, top hat, vest, skull, like a necklace or something, and a cane, and jipping and jiving.
But this is a shark,
and it's a shark. Oh, speaking of shark movies, a Shark Tale, which is
yeah,
both a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah,
that's for sure. My girlfriend really enjoys it.
So does my girlfriend.
She hates watching it with me because I just point out not only about the plot, but just how bad the graphics are.
It's not a good.
It's just not appeasing to me.
Movie.
And it came out at the same time as like Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
which is a groundbreaking movie.
I was trying to get on.
And yeah, it's Will Smith and Jack Black and whatever.
It was Jack Black, right?
Jack Black's the shark. He's one of them.
Right.
And what I do like about that movie,
Robert
though,
De Niro.
yeah, Robert De Niro is in this movie, and the sharks are mobsters.
Yeah,
which is pretty good, and they really play into that. So I do enjoy that. But one of my favorite shark movies in recent years, it's actually, it might be confusing with another one, but 47 Meters Down. I believe that stars Blake Lively.
right.
Where is the information? Why is it? But anyways, this girl's like out surfing with the bros or whatever, and she gets stuck on a little buoy, and it's in the deep water. It's 47 meters down, and sharks start surrounding her after a while, and it's multiple sharks. That's what I like about it. It's not just one shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's survival horror film. Oh no, it's not Blake Lively. She probably looks like her. Or am I thinking of The Shallows? Because there was a couple shark movies with similar plots about, lone survivor out in the ocean, open waters. Maybe it's The Shallows. The Shallows. Let's see. I'm thinking of The Shallows, which is, so Blake Lively, In the film, a surfer gets stranded 200 yards from shore and must use her wits and determination to survive a great white shark attack. Principal photography began in October 2015 in New South Wales in Queensland, Australia. And yeah, I was thinking of The Shallows, actually. I haven't seen 47 Meters Down. But The Shallows is a pretty good shark survivor movie.
Yeah.
Is it amazing? No. I don't think many shark movies are amazing. But it's a good movie. It's fun. It's got some good shark stuff in it. And, there was another shark movie I remember. Oh, yeah, Finding Nemo, it does have a big shark in it.
Yeah, Bruce.
And his name is Bruce, which is a reference to Jaws. Implying that maybe he is Jaws? That he killed people? That's my headcanon.
Yeah, no, I think that Bruce is...
I think it's just a reference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other shark movies you can think of? Of note, good or bad?
There's Deep Blue Sea.
Have you seen that one? I haven't seen most of these.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
The Reef.
Mm.
Trying to remember. Jaws the Revenge.
Yeah. That's the sequel, right?
Yeah.
And then there's Jaws 3D, Jaws 4, Jaws 5. I think 5 is the last one.
There's Three-Headed Shark Attack from 2015.
Three-headed shark attack.
Yeah. A three-headed.
Nice.
Shark.
I would assume. How the physics of that would work, I don't even know. I mean, back in the old days of Netflix, and yeah, I know Netflix is going downhill again because now they're starting a thing where they're going to start charging people if someone else is using it in a different location.
Yeah.
And they lost 1 million subscribers. And they've got good stuff on there, just a really bad business practice, just dumb.
Yeah.
But in the dark days of Netflix, when they still do the deliveries, actually, the DVD deliveries and everything.
Oh, really?
But when that was more of a thing and when the streaming was just coming out, I remember seeing a ton of bad, like shitty, like D-list movies, like sci-fi movies on Netflix. And it would be like Mega Shark versus Mega Crocodile or Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Shark Boy and Lava
There you
Girl.
go.
Yeah, and they did the Netflix sequel thing.
Yeah, that like is loosely associated with it.
Well, it's about their kids.
Oh,
Shark Boy and Lava Girl do appear in it. Not Taylor Lautner.
That implies they had kids.
Yeah, they did.
I don't like that.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But anyways, I got a cool list here. It's got some interesting things. 10 weirdest sharks in the world, according to this list from sharkwater.com. And the top 5 weirdest extinct sharks.
Ooh, I like extinct sharks.
Yeah. And going back to the Megalodon thing, I don't know. Maybe not exactly Megalodon, but I'm sure there's some big-ass sharks in the ocean that we haven't discovered yet.
Possibly. I mean,
there's always new species being discovered in the ocean.
Yeah, no, we
for
have
sure.
plenty of evidence that the Megalodon is.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure we would notice at some point.
Yeah,
if there's Megalodons, know. And it's not just one Megalodon, okay? That's not how.
I feel like that Megalodon documentary kind of implies that there's like one Megalodon out there, which of course doesn't make any.
Well, he's a kaiju. So.
Yeah.
They make it into a kaiju. That's
it's like people who argue that like monsters like Nessie, for example, are a dinosaur that still survived, but that seems to imply that there's just one. And that's not how,
A one Nessie? Or what are we saying?
People like try to imply that like sea monsters like Nessie are like a dinosaur that survived.
No, I think if there's
but then it's like that's implying that there's just one dinosaur that survived.
I
that's
think
not how that works.
Side tangent, like I think if the Loch Ness monster does exist, if it is a dinosaur that did survive or evolve or whatever, there's multiple of them, not just one.
There probably
what
used
is
to be
that?
a lot of them.
Yeah, and there's not. And if there is a Bigfoot out there, there's other big feet or whatever the plural
would
of.
Be a big feet.
What would be the plural of Sasquatch? Sasquatchies? Sasquatches? No. Sasquatchy.
Uh,
But anyways, back to
don't know.
sharks. We should do more cryptids again. We did a cryptids episode a long time ago on our
We
first
should.
Spooktober.
yeah.
Here's the first one, the Megamouth Shark. And I'm not going to bother to pronounce the scientific names. I have enough trouble pronouncing regular words right now, so I don't need that right now. So Megamouth Sharks are one of the 3 filter-feeding sharks, so they're, like part of the whale shark family. Meaning they only eat plankton. Despite their large bathtub-sized mouths that can swallow a whole person, they're very docile and extremely rare. Their lower jaw protrudes and their mouths suck in everything while their gills act as a filter. So, yeah, I mean, what? Cool. The maximum size of a recorded megamouth caught and released off the coast of California was 7.62 meters. So, yeah, pretty big. Here's what one of those fellas look like.
Oh.
Here's one of my favorites because it's so fucking weird. Like, why does it exist? The Goblin Shark.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
it literally looks like a
I
goblin.
always
It's
thought
got a
those
big
were the
pointy nose. It's
freakiest
fucking gnarly.
sharks. Yeah.
Goblin sharks are sometimes called the living fossils since they are the only surviving members of their family. And it dates back to 125 million years ago. They are one of the strangest looking sharks and vary in color from pink gray to bubblegum pink. Some goblin sharks are translucent to a point where their capillaries can be seen.
Huh.
When their prey is just out of reach, their jaw can quickly protrude and extend to the end of their snout, allowing them to catch their prey.
Yeah.
Goblin sharks can open their mouth to a 111-degree angle.
Wow. That's wild.
Jesus. That's awful. I'll definitely be putting a picture of this guy. I'm sure it's on this list, but like the Japanese eel shark, that thing's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Basking shark, yeah, we talked about them. They're just a type of whale shark. They're pretty chill. They eat plankton, yada yada yada. And they're big, so good for them. There's one.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Ooh, I've never heard of this one. Viper dogfish.
Oh.
Viper dogfish are rare deep sea creatures that have photophores, which allow them to glow on their underside. You read that right. These sharks, oh god, these sharks belong to the lantern shark family. I didn't know there was a lantern shark
These are
family.
freaky looking.
And create their own light to see in the pitch dark waters of so they're deep water dwelling. That makes sense. And their teeth are like needles, and extendable jaw allows them to snatch and consume prey half their size. Yeah, they're like black and slimy.
Yikes.
It doesn't really look like a shark to me. This one looks like he's smiling.
I don't know what makes
It's venom shark.
a shark a shark.
Whale shark, yeah, we know about whale shark. They're really big. Oh, I didn't know this though. So they're not exactly the same as like some of these other like smaller whale sharks I've been talking about. So they can grow up to 12 meters in length, meaning they're as long as a bus. Their mouths can open 1.5 meters wide and have rows of over 300 teeth, which they only use to catch plankton. Despite their size, they are gentle creatures and don't eat anything larger than a few millimeters long. I didn't know they had 300 rows of teeth, though.
Yeah.
And the pattern, yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but the pattern on their back is unique. Every pattern is different.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What's this one? Greenland shark. Greenland sharks are deep-sea creatures and endemic to the Arctic and North Atlantic. Their flesh has high levels of urea and TMAO that produces unnatural antifreeze, which allows them to live in the cold waters between -1 to 10 degrees Celsius. Because of this, their flesh is that's really cold, actually.
Wow.
Because that's Celsius, but Fahrenheit, that would all be in the negatives
Yeah.
in Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't do the conversion, but
Wait, what was it again?
-1 to 10 degrees Celsius.
Oh, yeah, that's below freezing.
It's definitely, it's
Zero
definitely
zero
below
Celsius
freezing.
is 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so it's definitely cold. Because of this, their flesh is poisonous. Oh, yeah, because it's like antifreeze. That makes sense. They're consumed in Iceland. Oh, wow. Of course they would. They're consumed in Iceland, but the meat has to be processed for months before it's edible. Scientists have concluded that they are the longest living vertebrate, as seen from sharks studied whose age range between 272 to 512 years. They reach sexual maturity at well over 100 years of age.
That's insane.
So they can live over 500 years old.
Wow.
Crazy. Oh, I didn't know this was a type. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. The large tooth sawfish. This is one of the largest fish on the planet, and you know what a sawfish looks like.
Yeah, I like sawfish. They're pretty cool.
Their saw can be used as a tool for digging to look for crustaceans. It can be used to stun their prey by thrashing their saw from side to side, and can be used to protect them from predators. But yeah, sawfish are just so strange, though. But yeah, they are cool. And yeah, they have electrosensitive pores that allow sawfish to detect movement of their prey on the seafloor. And I believe a lot of sharks have like electrosensitive
Yeah, I think I've heard that.
glands and pores and whatnot. Oh, that's a pretty crazy one. The frilled shark. Frilled sharks are extremely rare serpent. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. That's not a good picture of it. That doesn't really show it.
I think I know what a frilled. Yeah.
It's the big like serpent one.
Yeah, they're weird looking.
I remember they were first discovered like not too long ago.
Huh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's a good. Yeah, they're pretty freaky. So, rare serpent-like deep-sea sharks, they can live at 1,500 meters below the surface. Wow, that's really deep. And can grow to over 2 meters long. Their mouth is lined with 25 rows of backward-facing, trident-shaped teeth.
Jeez.
That would fucking bleed. That would serrate you and bleed you so fast.
Yeah.
You would be so dead. Their mouth, okay. So at any given time, the frilled shark can have over 300 teeth. Frilled sharks can swallow prey half their size. Their name comes from the frilled lining of their gills. Fun fact, females gestate for about 3.5 years. Oh, here's one I've heard of. And there's actually a funny thing about them, which this doesn't include, which is quite weird that it wouldn't include this fact. But anyways, the cookie cutter shark. Cookie cutter sharks are named after the shape of the bite that marks it leaves on its prey. Relative to the body size, cookie cutters have the largest teeth of all sharks. When their teeth are shed, they're swallowed and digested to help strengthen their skeleton. Interesting. Their skin is pretty weird, too. Their entire lower body, aside from the throat, is bioluminescent, which allows them to glow and possibly attract prey.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty gnarly looking.
Oh, those teeth.
And I can't remember the exact details, but I remember, like, during the Cold War, Soviets and Americans were both finding these, like, basically like holes and shit on the side of their subs. Not deep enough, obviously, to penetrate metal.
Yeah, but like...
But they were finding
marks
and they were like, what the hell? And they thought, oh, is it the Soviets doing it? And the Soviets thought, is it the Americans doing it? But turns out it was just a bunch of cookie cutter sharks like on the sides of the submarines.
That's great.
Something goes along that way. And I think maybe the Soviets tried to use them. Somehow, I don't know. But I just remember that, that was a problem with submarines for a while. Back in that era. And of course they thought it was each other doing it. Ooh, what the freak is this, man? Oh, interesting. Ornate Wobbegong.
Huh?
Ornate Wobbegong. I guess that's how you pronounce it. The Ornate Wobbegong has evolved to look like a patch of corals. Its unusual body coloration helps it camouflage while it waits for its prey. This is important because they ambush predators, meaning they stay in one spot and wait for prey to come to them. The appendages around their mouth helps in luring prey. Once the prey is close enough, quickly snatch within their powerful jaws. Larger prey items can be held in the Wobbegong's mouth for days until they die. And yeah, it's developed camouflage where it looks like coral floor.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how animals do that kind of thing. They adapt. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Okay, so here's the bonus. 5 weird extinct sharks. We've already talked about this one. I don't know if this one's necessarily weird, because we've already talked about it. It's just a really big shark. The Megalodon.
Right.
So the name Megalodon means big tooth, which is fitting for the species since as the largest shark to ever live. Little is known about their biology. We can tell...
Here, the 70s and 80s attacks on rubber domes and electrical cables of U.S. Navy.
Oh, it was electrical cables.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the Navy put fiberglass on them to protect them from the sharks. That's how they solved
Nice.
the problem. Yeah.
And rubber domes?
Yeah, rubber domes and electrical cables.
So yeah, megalodons could grow up to about 21 meters long, which that's well over 60 feet. About 4 times bigger than a great white. Consumed a ton of food every day. Literally, about a ton of food every day. The Whirl Shark. Oh, I've seen this one, and I can't believe it was real. The Helicoprion. The name Helicoprion means spiral saw. Almost all fossils found from Whirl sharks were of spirally arranged clusters of the Whirl shark's teeth. Therefore, scientists made educated guesses of the anatomy of this species. It's guessed to vary in size depending on the species. So Whirl sharks could grow between 3 to 7.5 meters long, and this is an artist's rendition of one.
Oh, I've seen pictures of that, yeah.
Yeah. That's quite awful. Ooh, this one's pretty sick. He's pretty cool. The Anvil Shark / ironing board shark. The ironing board shark, it's named justly as it had a dorsal fin shaped like an anvil. It's estimated to have been approximately 70 centimeters long, so they're a little guy. This species had spikes on top of its head and on its anvil-shaped fin. It's still unknown exactly the benefits of these spikes were for. Probably to keep shit from biting it. And here's an artistic illustration.
Yeah, I found. Nice. Yeah, I found a little.
That's pretty cool.
Next to a human, like they're like the length of your arm at most.
Yeah. Here's another one: the scissor tooth sharks. Scissor tooth sharks had teeth that grow in curved brackets, which didn't shed as they became worn. Unlike many sharks, scissor tooth sharks only had a single row of teeth for upper jaw and its lower jaw. Because of their sharp, serrated teeth and their large size, larger than a great white, scientists believe they were a top predator.
Huh.
And it also has like weird jaws.
Weird mouth things.
Flangy mouth things. This one's pretty good. He looks like a SpongeBob character. The Badringa. The Badringa was a shark that lived over 300 million years ago and grew over 3 meters long. Meters long, not centimeters. That would be really small. Its most unusual feature is its long-shaped snout, somewhat similar to saw sharks. Like many yawl sharks, Badringas were carnivores and were presumed to use their snout to dig for food.
Oh.
Doesn't he look like a SpongeBob character?
It does, yeah.
So yeah, there's some weird sharks for you. You got anything?
More weird sharks.
Yeah, what do you got? Give me breaks so I can drink.
Let's see. Let's see.
And yeah, by the way, we definitely recommend Landshark, and it's pretty good. It's cheap too. I mean,
I like Landshark. Yeah,
it's a good cheap beer.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I still got to try your Sky Kraken.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We should definitely do another episode talking about like just sea creatures in general or something like that. Sea monsters.
I have a couple more sharks here that are on the list.
Yeah, what do you got?
Unusual sharks, and some of these we've already talked about, but so here's one: the angel shark. They look more like a ray.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that one.
They have large flat bodies with big pectoral fins. The shape allows them to hide under mud and sand and wait for prey to come close. There's the horn shark.
Ooh.
Along the western coast of the Americas. If a predator attempts to gobble up one of these sharks, it's certainly in for a surprise. As the predator bites down, the spines on the horn shark's back will stick in the predator's mouth. So it has like spines on its back, like just a couple.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This the great hammerhead shark. We've mentioned them. The eyes being on the side of their head allows them to see in a larger area.
Yeah, they have a really wide field of vision.
Yeah. The common Thresher shark. These are big. They can be 19 feet long.
Damn,
But
that's really
it's
freaking
because
long.
they have their fins at the back are really, really long. Their tail fin.
Oh.
Yeah. Which they can use to like hit their prey with.
Here's a list. These are the most dangerous. Okay, this is from 2016. Outdated. 6 years ago. Wow, but I'm going to read it. It's from Insider. These are the most dangerous sharks in the ocean. So a lot of these stats are going to be outdated. But I don't feel like finding anything else, and it looks good enough. So tied for 12th with 10 shark attacks on record, we have the short fin Mako shark.
Oh, yeah.
The misleadingly whimsical... Oh, God, I hate these. The writer. Calm down with all these adjectives, okay? Just get to the point. The lemon shark, which I've seen them in aquariums and stuff. And then the white-pawed oceanic white-tip shark, which kind of looks like just like a smaller gray white, to be honest.
Yeah, it's something like out of all the species of sharks, like only like 5 of them like have ever killed a human. Like on record.
11, the blacktip reef sharks have attacked 11 times on record. Number 10, the blue shark, and it actually is blue. That was one of the facts I saw earlier, but I thought it was kind of lame because, yeah, it's blue.
The shark is actually blue.
The blue shark has been recorded attacking humans 13 times, which pales in the comparison to the 10 to 20 million killed by humans each year for food and sport. Yeah, we're the real monsters.
We're a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, we're the most dangerous animals.
You're more
like, let's
likely
be real.
to be killed by a person.
Oh
than
yeah.
a shark. Like,
You're more likely to be killed by a person if you're swimming in the ocean, to be quite honest. Some dipshit in a boat or, Number 9, the bronze whaler sharks are responsible for 15 attacks on humans since 1580. I guess that's when they started recording those sharks attacking people. And then 8, the spinner sharks have attacked 16 times on record. Number 7, oh, interesting. I thought they were more notable. The hammerhead sharks have only attacked humans only 17 times.
wow.
And I've always thought, they were one of the scarier ones to be around. But that is a misconception. Oh, here's one I mentioned earlier from the Wobbegong shark family. So that's like the camouflage one. Bottom feeder. So, God, this author is really having a little too much fun. But they've been responsible for 28 attacks. I bet someone like people stepping on them and stuff like that, and then they just bite, out of.
Yeah.
And then number 5, sand tiger sharks. Yeah, I know tiger sharks are.
Oh yeah.
Responsible for 29 attacks on humans, though none have been fatal, since the species is generally slow-moving and calm. And then the blacktip shark has also been responsible for 29 recorded attacks, and only 1 attack was fatal. 3, the bull shark, responsible for 100 attacks on humans.
Wow.
The willingness to eat anything and ability to enter fresh water systems probably isn't helping the matter. Yeah, that makes sense. Bull sharks can be found all over the world. Yep. Yeah. There's a reason they're called bull sharks. They're really stubborn, really aggressive.
Yeah.
and they'll attack whatever's in front of them, literally. And then the striped tiger shark has attacked humans a recorded 111 times. It is also completely indiscriminate when it comes to eating food, even eating garbage. And then, unsurprisingly, the king of sharks and frequent guest star of nightmares, the great white shark, is the most dangerous, with recorded 314 unprovoked attacks on humans.
Yeah.
And I did not know that, actually.
I remember the Mythbusters did like a whole Shark Week special.
Of course.
And they tested like, could a great white shark like destroy a shark cage and stuff like that.
I'm sure.
I think they said no.
No?
Yeah.
Maybe modern day ones.
Yeah.
Did they use one from like the 70s?
No, I don't think they did.
Yeah, let's be real. Like, I mean, a titanium fucking cage.
Yeah.
Or just steel or whatever they're made out of. Like, shark's just gonna break its teeth on that, you know. I mean, let's be real. I don't think there's many animals that could break through something like that.
No, I don't know if there's, yeah.
Maybe some, like
maybe if an elephant stomped on
an
it.
elephant or a really pissed off gorilla, you know, stuff like that. Or
I
rhino.
don't think even a gorilla could like.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah. That's, you know, for the movie. Well, like the shark in Jaws is like an exceptionally like big great white, and like and it's a movie. They got to make it fun. Okay, so I only got one more thing for us. I got a shark quiz. You got anything else? You got anything to talk about shark related?
No.
You know, yeah, okay. I'm kind of running out of gas too.
I'm tired.
What are we at?
About an hour.
Okay, I just don't want it to be a super short one. But I got one more thing to look up.
We are excited about this episode, but we've both been exhausted.
Yeah, been busy.
Yeah.
Been up all day, you know, that kind of thing. Here we go. Oh, this is good. Florida. Okay, let me pull it up first. You know what I'm going to say. Yeah. Florida man jumps in water to save sister's life during shark attack. Oh, I thought it said, see, when I looked at that's good. That's great. But when I looked at the link, I thought it said Florida man jumps in water to save shark's life. Which would have been a lot cooler.
Oh my
God. There's a lot of Florida man shark stuff, which is pretty good, but not a lot of fun ones, actually. Yeah, shark attacks usually aren't too fun. Yeah, that's mostly sad stuff. Ooh, Long Island shark attack. Wasn't Jaws like based in Massachusetts or around there? New England, somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Atlantic. There's a lot of sharks in the Atlantic and Pacific, but you know.
Takes place in the fictional town of Amity Island, in New York.
Oh, in New York.
It was actually
filmed know that.
Throughout. It was filmed in Massachusetts, yeah. Yeah. But it takes place in New York.
Interesting.
Island.
Yeah. All right, so let's do this. We got a Nat Geo Kids quiz.
Yeah.
Harkening back to our dinosaurs episode, but we also
They have good quizzes at Nat Geo Kids.
But yeah, let's just get into it. Let me get mine pulled up.
Yeah,
pulled up and ready.
Which shark are you?
Yeah, this is a shark personality quiz. I did look at some like shark trivia, but I'm like, come on, we're gonna get most of those wrong.
Yeah.
And that's no fun, not for us. And I really like the Sky Kraken.
Yeah. I'm gonna drink more of it. Probably. I would buy it again.
Not bad at all. I would buy that. And that's from Fremont Brewing?
Fremont Brewing out of Seattle.
Seattle or Washington? That's what my for some reason.
Seattle, Earth, actually.
Oh,
Oh.
that's real funny. It's
such a Seattle
little
thing
side note. My
to put on
southern grandma from Arkansas always says Washington. She puts an R in there. I have no idea why.
Washington.
Yeah. Okay, so personality quiz from Nat Geo Kids, and maybe we'll put it in the link for you to play, so you can see what shark you are. So, which shark are you, Colton? How would your friends describe you? Shy, chatty, clever, gentle, bold, sneaky. Probably chatty. Most people think I talk too much.
Yeah.
And that's why we do this podcast, so we can get it out of our system.
Yeah.
Even on the days where we don't really feel like talking as much.
Here we go.
And God, I could never mind. Which game would you rather play?
The important questions here.
Yeah, the important questions. Volleyball, hide and seek, hopscotch, kickball, tag, or football. Out of all those,
Kickball, man, there's nothing more satisfying when you're playing kickball and you nail your friend in the head with a good kick.
for me, back when I was a kid, tag was popular. Obviously, we didn't really play We would play catch with football. We wouldn't actually like play football out in the street though. We weren't that rough. Kickball definitely fun. Hopscotch, that's a lonely game. And volleyball is fun. Honestly, I would choose hide and seek.
Nice.
Because I always thought I was more clever than I was on finding a good spot or startling people. And then when the timer's over or whatever, just running for that guy.
Yeah.
Like a maniac. Like a shark. Who do you like to do things? Okay. Who do you like to do things with? Just myself. It doesn't matter. A few friends. A lot of friends. Everyone and anyone. Adults. That's pretty good.
I typically hang out with adults.
I typically hang out with adults because it'd be extremely weird and strange, and I'd probably be put on a list if I was hanging out with kids.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
A lot of friends. A few friends. Just myself. It doesn't matter. I do want to say adults because that is pretty fun. I know this is a kid's quiz, but that is typically who I like to do things with.
Adults.
But honestly, just myself. I've been playing Elden Ring lately again, and that's just me, myself, and I.
Nice.
And the occasional summon. Which object would you most likely be found with? Okay. Stuffed animals, cool vintage camera, Legos. Honestly. Flashlight, art supplies, binoculars. What? How are the last three? Well, I get art supplies, but how's flashlight and binoculars a kid thing?
Well, you're exploring.
True.
You're exploring with a flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you think they would have like toy? I mean, I
would
guess they've got
definitely be found with
Legos.
Legos.
Yeah, more likely to be found Legos. Cool vintage camera. Yeah, I want a nice camera or vintage.
I love a cool camera.
But I have a phone. That's enough.
I don't need a cool camera.
I do have some
cool.
stuffed
Cameras
animals
cool.
though. I definitely want to be found with binoculars. That's just plain weird.
Yeah,
especially at this age. And flashlight, I got that on my phone. It's the modern era. When was this quiz made, huh? 2008. Pick one. Okay, this is interesting. So there's a clothing article. So pick one. Does this mean we can only wear one of these? That's what I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
Pick one. Jeans, t-shirt, sunglasses, robe, hat. And it's a trucker hat. Picture, or a jean jacket.
I gotta say, those sunglasses are all covered in sand.
If you only had to choose one of those articles of clothing,
robe,
that's the best because it's still covering everything up.
Yeah.
This is a really interesting question. And yeah, the sunglasses are like in the beach covered in sand. I don't want those sunglasses. I would pick. I'm a hat guy when I have short hair. The only hat I wear is the one you see on my wall. I'm gonna go with a nice pair of jeans.
Nice.
Because at least that covers up the important things. Which is most important to you? School, playing, just playing. I do like playing.
I do, yeah.
In general, being myself, friends, family, not sure. That's the existential.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go real existential on this and say not sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna go playing. I like playing. I like playing so many different. I like playing video games. I like playing by myself. I like playing guitar. I like playing. I just like playing. Playing's fun. Ooh, interesting. This isn't like chicken nuggets and stuff. This is actually good looking. Well, not okay. Chicken nuggets are good, but in the last Nat Geo quiz we played, it was like pick your favorite snack or whatever, and it was like chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, peanut butter jelly, stuff like that. But this is
celery
actually
with peanut butter.
This is actually kind of adult stuff. I don't think most kids would like any of this by itself.
I liked all of these things by
No,
itself
but when
I
you
was
were a kid,
yeah,
a steak,
yeah,
a hard-boiled egg. No
Yeah.
way, Jose.
yeah, I liked hard.
I hated eggs when I was a kid.
Yeah,
And just a bowl of dry nuts.
Dude, those.
Well, I'm thinking
There
the
are
mindset of a
cashews.
kid.
Those are
There are
cashews
cashews,
in there.
and those are the
Cashews
good
are
ones.
good, yeah.
Cashews and there's some peanut. I hate walnuts though.
I like walnuts.
They gave me heartburn.
Really?
Always. I
Oh.
don't know why.
That's weird.
There's something. And bananas also give me heartburn.
Huh.
I don't know if it's the potassium. I have no idea.
I didn't like shrimp as much when I was a kid. I will say that.
I loved popcorn shrimp.
Yeah.
But just plain shrimp like that
Yeah.
with some cocktail sauce, I would probably eat that.
I love salmon.
Steak, I love. Oh, that steak could be cooked a little less.
Yeah.
That looks like a medium well to me. I'm more of a
Yeah.
medium rare guy.
Yeah, I do like.
So I don't want
rare.
that steak in particular. I don't want just a hard-boiled egg.
I
Sorry,
like hard-boiled
Greg.
eggs, but like I'm not. Yeah, yeah. If I have the
You
option
need an egg
between
in this
these-
trying time.
between a steak and a salmon, or like just a bowl of hard-boiled eggs.
Me and Charlie bit by a crab once under the bridge.
And I'll offer you an egg in these trying times.
Have you ever been bit by a crab, lady? Or whatever he says. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna pick salmon.
Man,
I love some good salmon.
as an adult, I would pick the steak. But shrimp's also pretty good. I'm gonna go steak. All right, pick a place. Massachusetts, Mexico, Colombia, Hawaii, South Africa, or Florida. That's an interesting selection. I get why they did this selection because it's shark related, and this is places where you can find sharks.
Mexico.
I'm gonna go Hawaii. I'm gonna live in Hawaii, even though it's a very fragile place to live, considering the volcanoes, tsunamis, the economy.
Most of all, the economy.
That's
I would
pandemics. Like it's got to be closed down. You're not leaving. No one's coming in.
If I lived in Hawaii,
Like,
I would be.
But
more,
Hawaii.
I would be more worried about the economy than about volcanoes. and tsunamis.
If I lived in Hawaii, I would assume I'm like an Elon Musk type, and that's
a good point. Yeah.
That's my
I'm
fantasy.
like I either won't live there because I can't afford it at all,
or I'm a multi-millionaire,
or I'm going to be
and it's great. Okay, I got a great result. I'm really excited for mine.
What'd you get?
I guess I'll go first. I am a hammerhead shark.
Oh shit! I'm also a hammerhead.
Oh fuck! We picked different options.
Yeah.
What? Why does this always happen? This has happened on multiple episodes. Not everyone,
The same result.
but the streak has started again. God,
I'm gonna take it again, and I'm gonna be as pessimistic as possible in these.
just be
choices.
yourself as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Let's see.
Well, anyways, I am a hammerhead shark. I guess we both
Shy.
are. If you lived in the
Hopscotch.
Yeah, that's the most existential game to play.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Binoculars.
Yeah, so you're a kid.
Sunglasses.
Oh, really? Interesting. What? Because they have sand on them?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
stick with not sure. And
Not sure. That's good.
hard-boiled eggs.
Hard-boiled egg.
And Colombia.
What's wrong with Colombia?
I don't know.
You're putting it in your, like...
Dwarf lantern shark.
Okay. Well, you changed the timeline, but at first we both got Hammerhead Shark.
I like my first result
and
better.
Hammerhead Shark, if you lived in the sea, you would be an ultra cool Hammerhead Shark. Far from hard-headed. You're open to different ideas and love trying new things. I would say I am. Even without the unique head shape, and I do have a hard and big head.
Yeah.
That gives hammerheads amazing... That's something we have in common. Maybe that's why we got the same
we both
thing.
have big heads.
Yeah. Big hard heads. Not hammer-shaped, fortunately. But hammerheads have amazing all-around vision. They do. You have a talent for noticing things others miss.
Dwarf lantern shark, similar to the light-emitting dwarf lantern shark. Your shy smile brightens the lives of everyone you know.
Your shy smile.
This is this smallest species of shark. People might overlook you at first because of your quiet nature, but your creativity dazzles those who take your time to get to know you.
There you go.
See. I like these Nat Geo Kids quizzes, but it would
They always have a
be
positive
nice.
take
Yeah,
on
it would be nice if there was like one result you could get that was just like you're a piece of shit.
Well, it's a kid's quiz.
Like you're a goblin shark.
Well, let's see. Okay.
You just sit in your basement, watching TV all night. Like,
Let's see if BuzzFeed has one.
yeah.
Just to round it out. We haven't done BuzzFeed in a while. Here we go. We know what kind of shark you are. And the Nat Geo Kids one, that doesn't say what year is from.
We know what kind of shark you are.
Let's see how long this quiz is. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only 4 questions?
My ideal vacation
let's go. Okay.
is relaxing, thrill-seeking, or food with friends. Relaxing.
Oh, yeah. Relaxing. Any situation.
It's like... I can have fun on a vacation, but it's like you ever have like there's 2 types of weekends. You have a weekend where you go and you do lots of things, and then you're fun.
Yeah, and you
but
never
then
get a
Sunday
break.
night comes around and you feel like you need a weekend.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
I like a vacation where I can go do things, but there's never pressure.
Yeah,
It's stress-free.
Whenever-
and if I am doing things, it's out of my own volition.
whenever I do a vacation
on a, like,
that's
planned
like
schedule or
multiple
whatever.
day vacation, I always plan one day that has where there
and
are
then-
no plans.
Yeah, you just
Where,
do
like,
whatever.
even if I just sit around the hotel and go get lunch, like that's fine.
Yeah, or just lay around at the beach, whatever. Yeah, I would have to... Man, there's only 4 questions, though, so...
My perfect climate.
food does sound good, but the friends...
yeah.
Perfect
I
climate.
do like I did
cool
do a
and
trip
snowy.
once where I took a day to go around and try a bunch of food places.
Nice.
It's cool.
Honestly, to be real, I'd rather have this cool and snowy than warm and tropical, but all around I like temperate.
Yeah. I'm a wimp about it. I don't like the extremes of either.
Right. How many countries have you visited?
Between
I'm 1 to
5.
5.
Yeah.
Meaning I've only visited
1,
1.
2, 3, 5. I've been technically in 5.
Well, I've been to more than 20, Colton.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Just now.
I am a rule breaker, a rule follower, or make my own rules. Isn't making your own rules also a rule breaker?
Kind of, but I think the assumption is, as a rule breaker, is creative.
Oh,
Like, you have the normies that just break the rules, but when you make your own rules,
you make your own
when you're
rules.
sophisticated,
You're basically going like you're taking it one step further of like not just fuck your rules, but
yeah. But to be honest,
or it's just trying to reason with yourself why it's okay to break the rules.
unless it's in a fictional setting or in a video game or playing D&D or whatever, I'm gonna be real. I'm a rule follower because we are both adults that can go to prison.
Yeah,
Welcome to the real world, kids.
I don't.
Don't drink and drive. Don't be an idiot.
I don't. I wouldn't say I follow every rule there is, but I follow the legal ones.
Those are laws, though.
Yeah.
Are we? So rules. That's that's.
I also follow rules in games typically
I
because it's unfair to my fellow gamers.
Oh,
when
and you
I
mean
find
multiplayer?
Multiplayer, but also like in board games and stuff like that. I follow the rules unless everyone's okay with me not.
I'm not gonna lie. There's been a couple times in D&D I may have like fudged the numbers.
Oh, I've fudged a few numbers.
Not like bad, but
I mean, I've been dungeon master. I've fudged numbers all the time.
Oh yeah, in your favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
well, to make
so
it not stupid.
Great. I'm a Basking Shark
Shit.
because we chose relax.
I'm also a Basking Shark.
Well, on the first one, I'm getting. This was only 4 questions though. That's kind of lame.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose thrill seeking. It's not gonna let me change that. Anyways, let's talk about the Basking Shark. Traveling and good food are 2 of life's pleasures that go hand in hand. Yes. Best enjoyed surrounded by friends and family. Maybe. You know what
Depends on the family.
Depends on the family, depends on the friends. Some kind of friends you want to do certain things with and not all things with.
I have friends where it's like, I'm going to go party with them.
But you wouldn't want
But I'm not just going to invite them to my house to
just chill. Yeah, they're
like,
not that type of person. They'll make it a bigger thing than it should be, so you know what you like, and you'll sift carefully through the menu to find it. Make sure you take plenty of water in with that delicious meal. Congratulations, you're a magnificent Basking Shark. I'm going to retake. I'm just going to see what it says if I put thrill seeking at the beginning. And let's say cool and snowy. I'll pick cool and snowy. 1 to 5. Oh, okay, cool. I got a short fin Mako. You love the feeling of the wind in your hair. I do. And you're always on the go.
I don't think that Mako's, I'm just going to guess,
like
love
the feeling of the wind in their
hair. They probably prefer to be in the water where there is no wind.
And the fact that they don't have any hair.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw that out there.
You could say that you prefer to live on your life in the fast lane.
If I
life in the fast
if
lane.
I were to make one of these quizzes,
it makes you make it. That's such a lame. That's so
if
lame.
if I were to make one of these quizzes, it wouldn't be like, oh, this is your spirit animal. The description would be like, you love hanging out underwater.
Yeah.
Where you can eat fish because you're a shark.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good. Next week, we're going to do a little bit of a news roundup, talk about Comic-Con, talk about whatever else props up.
I watched Thor Love and Thunder.
Save your reaction
so we can
for that.
talk about that, yeah.
But general reactions?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a fun ride.
Yeah, I liked it.
And that is the episode. We will see you next week. Be sure to check out our Instagram at AwDrunkPod. Use the link tree in the description below to find us on whatever platform you like, but you're already listening to us, I assume. But, we got our Facebook group and all that.
And remember, if you're ever swimming
and
you encounter a shark, the best thing to do is to say to the shark, subscribe to the Odd Drunk Podcast.
Yes. And
leave a review.
The sharks, we have a good shark following on the show. They've been waiting a long time for this.
On Podbean, they show us like the demographics of like the countries.
There's a separate one for sharks.
Yeah, sometimes it shows us just like the ocean.
And no, that's not just the Australians.
It just says like we have views from the ocean.
Yeah,
and
just the ocean.
Those are sharks.
Yeah, I would assume.
I think they're mostly sharks.
Might be a couple dolphins in there.
A couple dolphins.
But
the occasional like starfish.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, occasional starfish. But yeah, if you really like the show, or if you have something to say and you want to vocalize your opinion, that doesn't mean we're not gonna bite back or appreciate it or not appreciate it. But leave us a review / rating on your preferred platform. So Spotify, you can leave. It's just a star rating. All you gotta do is listen to some episodes on Spotify, and if you have been listening on Spotify, all you gotta do is leave that rating, and you don't have to write a review or anything. It's really easy. It's the easiest thing you could do to help us out, to help us be seen. And then on Apple Podcasts, if you feel like you have the time, if you have something to say, you can leave us a review and a rating, or you could just leave us a rating. Either one works. But we love hearing feedback. We love hearing from our listeners and, stuff like that. It, lets us know, like, how we're doing, how you're feeling. How are you doing? That's what we really care about here. Yeah. And so, yeah. And if you really enjoy it, leave a download, all that junk. We can take up some space on your hard drive. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
I would love to be downloaded and just forgotten about. No,
that would be cool.
Where
you're going through like your phone, being like, "What's taking up all this space?" So I can delete.
It's us. Yeah. Or at least we're one of the things.
Yeah. I would love to be the thing on your
the
phone
thing that you choose to delete
that
instead
you're deleting to make room for an app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. But yeah, and we're gonna make sure the link tree works because I don't think it always works. I think we're just gonna put the URL to be safe. So that's gonna be different now, and I'll retroactively change it on some of the other episodes if there's problems. But anyways, we'll see you next week for some Comic-Con roundup and news roundups. So that'll be fun. And then also, we've talked about it a little bit, not on the show, but in our personal lives. The new Predator movie. I'm really excited for that. Prey.
And that looks awesome.
Let's just say something Predator related might happen. Because I'd love to talk about that in some fashion. Whether we do a review on the new movie or if we, just talk about the series, whatever, something to tie in with that. Because I'm really excited for that. And that's something that I've always wanted to talk about on the podcast. But yeah, we will see you next week. Keep it real. Stay safe. And we don't have a catchphrase yet. We still don't have a catch. We're almost at 100 episodes.
Yeah.
We don't have a catchphrase. We got to have something where we're like, keep on something, But we
keep on lilistening to podcasts and drinking. That doesn't flow.
Any podcast or our podcast?
Any podcast.
Yeah. But is it a true crime podcast?
Ideally, our podcast.
Yeah,
okay,
ideally ours.
How about this catchphrase? Keep on listening to any podcast you feel like, but ideally the Odd Drunk podcast and drinking, but drinking safely.
But drinking safely.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a catchphrase. It's crazy. We're almost to 100 episodes, and surely we will be doing something special for that to celebrate the milestone that we've actually committed to this. To the point, we've been doing this for years now, literally.
Yeah, it started just as during COVID when all the bars were shut down, and a way to excuse to drink.
Yeah, and to hang out, and here we are. We're still doing it, and we will keep doing it until the sun doesn't rise again, or whatever,
or until we feel like not,
or until we feel like not doing it.
But we don't plan on that being for.
But
you
know
while.
What? Whoever feels like not doing it is gonna not feel at all.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see you next week.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The Odd Drunk Podcast recommends you follow their Instagram and join their Facebook group for more fun content. To visit all of our current streaming and social media platforms, visit the link tree in the description. If you enjoy the show, we would be appreciated if you would leave a review on Apple Podcasts. The Odd Drunk Podcast would like to remind you to drink responsibly and not to drink and drive. Okay, Colton, you can roll the outro now.